Hey there, Stampers. This is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sherwood Park, Alberta, and today I'm going to share how to create this faux stair step card. It looks complicated, but you will be amazed at just how simple it is. So I have used product from the Stargazing Suite, which can be found on pages 86 and 87 of the 2023-24 annual Stampin' Up! Catalog. But towards the end of the video, I will share one that's done using a different set of products as well. The other thing is I really wanted to show how you could use this DSP. So let me pull in my catalog here for just a second. So this is the suite. Lots of great products in this suite. There's some absolutely stunning DSP. There is some holographic paper, and then there's a bundle. I only have the DSP and the holographic paper, so I needed to look in my collection to figure out what else I could combine with it to create a great card. So I'm going to share how I did that with you today. All right, so I'm going to set that aside for now. We're going to pull in a full sheet of basic black cardstock, and I'm going to go through cutting and measuring everything with you. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black cardstock and I'm going to put the short end up at the top, and I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4 inches. I'm going to set that aside. We're going to come back to that in a moment. I'm going to rotate this so that the long edge is at the top, and I'm going to cut it at 9 inches. Okay, and we're going to do our scoring while we've got this piece right here. Okay, so now I still have the long edge at the top. I'm going to score it at 1 1/4 inches, 2 1/2 inches, and 5 3/4 inches. Okay, and then we're going to set this piece aside. This small piece that's left, we're going to set that aside. We're going to use that as well. Now this piece that's left over, this piece should measure 4 1/4 by 11. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate it so the long edge is at the top, and we're going to cut it at 8 1/2 inches. This piece we're not going to need. We're going to rotate it, and we're going to cut it at 3 inches. So short end at the top. So we end up with a 3 by 8 1/2 inch piece. These two pieces we're not going to need, so we're going to put those aside. Then this piece we're going to score. We're going to rotate so the long edge is at the top, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2 inches. Now you can cut this 3 inches by 11 inches if you want, and score it at 5 1/2 inches, and it will still work. I just find that there's so much wasted cardstock doing that, so that's why I like to cut it a little bit shorter. Okay, so we've got our 3 pieces. This piece we're going to set aside. This is what's going to create our card base. But first, let me go through what you need for patterned paper. So for patterned paper, you're going to need 2 patterns that coordinate. Sometimes you can use back to front, and sometimes you'll want to use 2 different patterns. So I've chosen these 2 patterns, and let me just share this paper pack. It is so fun. It's got like these great galaxy images and then some non-spacey kind of patterns on the back. So it really is very versatile. Okay, and then there's 2 patterns where you've got all the planets. Now, if you've got the dies, then the dies will cut out these planets. However, you might have circle punches that will work, or you can fussy cut. Like this one here, I circle cut, or I fussy cut. This one here, I used a 2-inch circle punch. And then here's the back side of that one. Here's the other one. Lots and lots of fun colors in this. And then this is the back side of one of the other patterns. And then this one here, and this one. All right, great, great, great paper pack. Okay, we'll set that aside. So the sizes. So this piece is going to be the piece that's on your longer front piece. That measures 2 3/4 across by 5 1/4 inches high. And then you'll need a piece that measures, what I do is I cut it 4 by 4 and then I just cut it at 1 inch. So I have a 1 by 4 inch piece and a 3 by 4 inch piece. And I like to use the same pattern. You can use 2 different patterns if you want, but I feel like it looks really good when it's all one pattern. Okay. All right. So those are the pattern pieces that you'll need. You'll need a few other pieces as well, but we'll go through those as we come to them. All right. So we're going to take this 3 by 4 inch piece and we're going to stick it in this center panel. So there's a score line here, and then there's 2 score lines at the bottom. So 1, 2, and you're putting it in between the second and the third score line. And then this 1 by 4 inch piece is going to go at the bottom right here. Okay, and then this piece is going to go on here. So our score line is there. Now, if this is directional, make sure that you have it going in the right direction. This is going to go down the back, so you want it to go in the right direction. This one isn't really directional. All right, now we're going to do some scoring. So we're going to fold this first score line down. We're going to use our bone folder to make it nice and crisp. And then we're going to do a valley fold. Again, using our bone folder to make it nice and crisp, and then a mountain fold. So it's going to look like that. Okay, and then this one, we're going to do a mountain fold. Okay, so easy peasy so far, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is going to flip this piece over, and we're going to put a little bit of adhesive, not too much, because it's going to stick onto this piece right here. And it's going to go in the center. You're going to line it up with the bottom. Of this flap. So these line up. Okay. And then we're going to flip it over, and we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive right here. We're just going to fold this down and fold that flap down. So if this was 5 1/2, 3 by 5 1/2, or sorry, 3 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, this would go all the way to the bottom. But you can see that that's lots of waste. And yeah, that doesn't look very good, but you'll see my solution to this. And there is the base of our fold. So this is a stair step fold, but it's a faux stair step. So I've seen these cards done where it's there's cutting and scoring, and it's super elaborate, whereas this is a simple way to get a faux stair step or a stair step look. Okay, all right, now I've got a piece of blueberry bushel cardstock, which is one of the blues that's in here, and this piece measures 2 3/4 across by 5 1/4, and then I've got a piece of white that measures 2 5/8 by 5 1/8. Now, I was using a scrap piece of white, and mine is just a smidge shorter than 5 1/8. So I don't quite have an even border all the way across, but you're going to see my solution to that. I like to use what scraps. If you've followed me for a while, you know that I'm all about using bits and pieces. And then I've got a scrap piece of the DSP. This measures 1 1/4 by 2 5/8. I'm just going to put this across the top so that will give me that even border. And nobody will know that my white piece was a little bit shorter. All right, and then this piece is going to go on the back, and that's going to cover up that seam, but it will also serve the purpose of giving us a place to write our message. So this fold was actually one of the cards that we did at our team mystery stamping event. Every month we meet virtually, and we do a mystery stamping session. It's run by one of my team members, and he does a great job. And this was the fold that we did this month, and it was so fun. Okay, so here I've got a piece of that holographic paper. So let me pull that in so I can show you the 3 patterns. Oops. So this is the one that I'm using, and you can, I don't know how well it's coming up. Oh, it's coming up pretty good. So it's holographic, and it kind of goes purple to blue. And then this one, how fun is this? Like in some lights it looks just silver, but you can see on camera there, you've got that multicolored look. And then look at this one. So fun. So those are, you get 2 of each of those those 3 patterns in the package of holographic paper. And I will have a full supply list linked to my online store in the description below if there's anything that you'd like to order. So I am going to use some adhesive sheets, and I've cut it just slightly smaller than my holographic paper. My holographic paper measures 2 by 3.5. And so my adhesive sheets are about 1 7/8 by 3 3/8. I like it to be a little bit smaller just so that when you feed it through your die cutting machine, you don't get stickiness on your mats if it's a little bit larger. And then I'm going to bring in these wanted to say dies. I love these dies. I love word dies. And there is a greeting, and then there is kind of a mat that goes along with it. So I'm going to use the happy birthday. There's also celebrate, you're too kind, feel better soon. And then there's a couple little images here as well. There's some stars, there's some hearts, there's a flower, and then there's a gift with a bow, and there's a stem with some leaves as well. So this is it's a standalone die set at the back of the catalog. And I love those standalone die sets. So fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this detailed one, that is going to get cut from the holographic paper. And then the outline is going to get cut from that scrap of black that we saved. So let's pull in our die cutting machine. So I'm going to stick this on here, that on there, and just feed these through. Okay, I'll take these off. So here you can see, it's kind of hard to tell what that says, but that's the outline sheet. That's going to create like a little mat behind our happy birthday. Okay, I'm going to take this off. We'll set those aside, and I'm going to pop out this happy birthday. So the reason I use the adhesive sheets is because it turns these die cuts into stickers, so I don't have to mess with liquid glue to get my my letters to stick. So it's sticky, you can see there. I'm just poking out these inside pieces. If you can do that before you peel off the backing, then that's even better. Sometimes the backing will take them off. I'm just poking them out and having them stick to my finger. Then I'll peel them off my finger afterwards. So now I've got my happy, and that's going to stick right on top here. Like that. So you can see you've got that great black mat. Okay, let's pick these off, and then we'll work on our birthday. All right. So our holographic paper is a little thicker. So sometimes, especially because I've added that extra layer of the adhesive sheet on the back, sometimes the adhesive sheet doesn't necessarily cut. So here I haven't peeled off the backing, so I'm just going to poke out these pieces. You can see that one stuck to the back. And this one, okay, that one stuck to the paper as well. So we'll just carefully peel this off. You want to be careful when you peel it back because these letters are pretty fine. You don't want to rip your letters. This one piece didn't come off. Okay. So then we're gonna line it up on here. I love the look of these. So fun. All right, so we've got our happy birthday. I'm gonna flip this over and add some dimensionals to the back. Now, if I had any black dimensionals left, the black dimensionals would be perfect for this, but I don't have any left. I'm not gonna put any on the edges here. I probably could on the bottom. Okay, and then you don't want to put it hanging off the edge because this will fit into a regular size envelope. So I'm going to line it up so my Y is lined up with the edge of the cardstock and lined up with this top fold right here. So this is hanging off a little bit, but that's fine. So we've got that. Now we need to decorate it a little bit. So I've cut out the Saturn and I'm going to take my 2-inch circle punch and punch out this piece. And we're going to add these to our card. That's a lot of blue, but I think it'll still look good. That pop of green will be perfect. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive just down one side. And we'll pop that on here. And again, you want to be mindful that you don't go over this edge so that it fits nicely into your envelope. And then this guy's going to get popped up using some dimensionals. I'll kind of put that at an angle like that. And then I wanted to add a little bit of ribbon. So I pulled out our Starry Sky metallic ribbon. I thought that this would be a great addition. You could also, for this one, you could also use Parakeet Party to bring in a little bit more of that green. And I'm just tying a bow. And we'll trim the end. And then I'm going to grab a mini glue dot. And we'll just position that right on here, like that. And we've got a great birthday card, fun fold birthday card. So there is a faux stair step card. Very simple. So here's one done in blue. Here's one done in purple or berry burst, I think it is. And then we flip it over. We've got space to write at the back. And then I promised that I would share another one done with a completely different paper pack. So this paper pack, can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I should have jotted it down. Let me have a quick look. So both of these paper packs are on sale until the end of June. This is Masterfully Made. So that's the paper pack that I used for this one. And then this stamp set, or the stamp I believe is from Layering Leaves, is the stamp that I used for that one. And then I flipped it over. This is also from Layering Leaves. I put a little bit of torn paper, scrap paper up at the top. It kind of mimics the torn edge here. And it's this pattern up here. So it kind of ties it all together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, and you are not yet a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And if you enjoyed it, then give me a thumbs up or comment below. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.